Good morning, guys. We're in Speedy Creek again today, and that is the Richardson Inland Terminal that we're coming up on here. I do believe Rickles is there loading fertilizer, and I was like, you know what? I haven't done a video of loading fertilizer from a terminal yet. Now we do get our fertilizer in multiple different locations, but today it's coming from here, so let's just see if he's still here. There he is. It's that truck right there. Let's just quickly jump out. Let's go say hi to him. Sir, you got some bird poop on your door?
It's just for the decoration.
It's your Christmas decoration.
Yeah.
So how are we working this? How do you know when to move, when not to move? How do you know how much you're putting in?
Well, you just tell them what you want in, and then you just follow the lights.
You just tell them how many tons per hopper?
Yeah.
Based on how much weight you want to haul?
Exactly.
So we are loading phosphate right now. It's one of our blends. Actually run over to the other side. Holy crap, is there bird poop on this thing. We have a serious sparrow problem back home, and they just flock to our yard because you spill a little bit of grain around. So this is a blend, which they are currently blending it in there. Maybe they'll give us a run through. Let's go and ask. We actually have to go and ask for permission first, which does make sense. So we might miss the load, but we'll see. All right, permission granted. All right, so we're with Jared here. He's kind of mixing up our blend. And this computer screen looks all too confusing to Mike. But, so right now, are we loading? Yes, we are. We're currently loading. So, what are we actually offloading here? Is this, so the blender is empty.
Yep. It's just weighing out your phos and potash.
Okay, yeah, because this is a phos potash blend mix. So could you kind of walk us through this, or do you need to finish loading this truck first before you walk us through this?
Oh, no,
It's all automatic?
yeah, when this hits 3.1 tons right there.
Okay, hold on here.
So you're
Yep.
at the 3.104
Yep.
shut off, and then switch to that.
Okay, so
No.
these are the different, sorry, I'm gonna just zoom out here a little bit. These are the different bins with the different products that you guys have on store.
Yep.
Okay,
So now it's coming out of the potash bin. And 896 kgs of that, so we're a target of 4. Once this hits 4 tons, it'll drop into the blender.
okay.
So yeah, 4 tons there.
So what does this bin do?
That's
Because these are all your products and they're going to this bin first?
This is the weigh hopper. Or
Oh,
bulk
your
weigher, I guess.
Okay, that's how you know how
And
much
now
tons you
it's
have.
Dropping. We'd weighed it all. Now it's dropping into the blender.
Okay,
Then when this gauge shuts, which will turn pink,
there. Now the gate's shut,
Yeah.
it's pink, got it.
and then you see it'll pop up mix time, 46 seconds.
So that's all automatic, or do you have to say how much mix time you want?
It's all set up into the computer. It's all, you have to enter it all in.
Okay.
Once it's all entered in, then it's
And what did that switch just do?
turning the light green.
Oh, so he knows that he's got to pull ahead.
Yeah.
I got it.
And it's the camera up there to see where.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then so each hopper's got different weights in it for
Right.
the trucker.
Right, that makes sense. And he would specify that when he comes in?
Yep.
It says you
Yep.
want so many tons in each hopper?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
So then,
so it's got the total and then compartments. Now it's dropping from the blender into the surge hopper here.
okay,
Then you hit start because it's a new compartment.
okay,
So it'll start weighing it. Then once those gauge shut, it'll say 4 tons on here or so.
okay,
3.992, yep. Then once that hits 10, pull them ahead again.
yep,
Then he'd do the same thing.
okay. Because it says, yeah, compartment 3, you're filling right there. And then his total, what we're shooting for, I'm assuming, is 44 ton
Yep.
of actual fertilizer that we're going to haul back home.
Yep.
Okay.
And then they're pulling from the shed. So the tractor's dumping.
Oh, buzzers. Does that mean that that we put too much on or not quite enough? That's how I like to roll.
Now I just think he's out of.
Sorry, I distracted you. I'll let you just finish that
Well, I
first.
think he's just caught up. So
Oh, okay.
We're waiting for the boss.
Oh, okay.
You can hear the bin's empty. You hear that? I don't know
Yep.
if the camera will be able to.
I don't know if they will be able to or not, but so then it's the 46 or the Foss 1152. I guess is coming out of here, the shed.
Yep.
Looks like you're a little low on that, but
That's not always up to me. But
oh, okay. Well, that looks like quite the system. So that basically you just kind of stare at the screen and
yeah, once it's all entered in, you just type in your weights, hit go, and it does it all for you.
it's all calculated.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Cool. Now I'm going to run outside, I think, and we're
Yeah.
going to...
The entering process is a little more complex.
Is it? How do you enter it then? Oh, there's people for that, I'm sure. There's people...
Yeah. I'm more so working the green elevator, so.
Oh yeah, no, that's all good. It's all good.
It's coming back out here now. I'm not switched over to potash, but it ran out, so there's nothing coming out. So
Okay.
If it doesn't weigh up, it can tell there's not enough product in there, and it'll give you that
Okay.
buzzer.
Oh, okay.
Which is what
Right.
happened.
Okay.
So just had to give it a few minutes to.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. This
Yeah,
looks
sure.
awfully confusing to me. Like this is something that Mike could easily screw up pretty major on. that beeper, that buzzer that was going off out there, that would never stop if Mike was in here trying to do something like this. But well, thank you, Jarrett. Thanks for running us through that.
Yeah, no problem.
And I hope you don't have a pop quiz on it because I would most definitely fail that. Most definitely fail that. So anyway, thank you, Jarrett. Let's run out and
Just make sure you don't walk back there at all, because you need your
Yep.
fancy PPE.
yeah, no worries. We won't walk back there.
Yeah, stay up front here.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir. See, we can stay right here. You guys, we can zoom in a little bit. That's the shed. So they're pulling the fertilizer out of there with like a mini payloader, I guess, and then they're dumping it into there. Which I'm assuming is taking it up the leg and putting it into some mixing tanks. And let's just say if we had a pop quiz, Mike would fail. Oh, he's coming back here. It'd be cool to get a whole tour of this. Yeah, right there, see? So that green stuff is the raw phosphate. And we're mixing our phos with some potash. Okay? Now let's run up on top of this trailer here. Sorry, you can't see very good. It's looking into the sun. It's kind of dusty. So again, summary, we're just loading to predetermined weights. We told them what the blend ratio is that we want, and then they mix that up for us. By the sounds of it, it's empty here. Once they shut it off, you'll probably get a green light. So the green is the phos, I do believe, and the red is the potash. And we're gonna move. Green light. Then I think he just flicks the red light, and that's what tells Rickles to stop. Right there, see? Yep. So now I do believe they're just gonna blend up another batch to X tons, offload it in. And then that's it. Rickles will haul it home, and we'll put it in a bin. Well, Mike, I got some questions. I kind of figured you would. How long does it take to load a truck? Well, I just asked Jarrett that, and he figured about 30 to 40 minutes. I think that's kind of what he said, per truck. Mike, how many trucks you got going? Well, it's however sorry. It's however many trucks we can spare. Because we're also cleaning seed back home too, right? Well, Mike, do you always buy your fertilizer from Richardson's? No, we buy it at other locations as well, but right now this particular stuff is coming from Richardson's. Mike, how do you know what to blend? Like you said that you wanted a certain amount of potash in with your phos, and I assume that this is the stuff that goes down with the seed, and yes, you are correct in that. Basically, I pick a number that I'm comfortable with, and basically a number that it's budget friendly, and that's what we go with. Because remember, we haven't got all of our soil samples back, but that doesn't matter because we typically keep about the same blends every time, every year. I know some people will switch up their blends, but what I say is same blends per crop. So our wheat and durum will have a certain blend. We call it a mid-row blend or a phos blend. And then if we do canola, there'll be maybe a different mid-row ratio for blend, and then there'll maybe be a different ratio for going down with the canola, right? And again, different for the pulses. So it depends on what crop we're seeding. It doesn't really depend on how much fertilizer we have in the ground. That doesn't change our ratios. That just changes how much we're going to put down in general, how much total product we're going to put down, okay? So hopefully I was able to clarify a little bit of that for you guys. Again, I hope that I can get together with Ken. Remember Ken from soil sampling there last year? No, he doesn't work with Decisive. He actually works for FCL, Federated Co-op, but he's got lots of years with soil and soil health, lots of experience in that. And we can kind of talk to him about, you know, why would I choose to put any potash down with my seed, or maybe I should put the potash down with my mid-row band or something. You know, why don't we talk about, we can talk about some of those questions with him. And also talk about our soil sampling and stuff at that time as well. So I'm really hoping we can do a couple, maybe a series of videos on that, because the information that he's going to unload on you guys, we're going to have to break it down, or it's just going to be way too much information too quickly. What I mean by that is basically Mike can't take it all in that fast and retain it. So we got to break it down, at least for Mike. It's very salty. It tastes good. I like it. I love being downwind of the fertilizer.
Right? Oh, it's great.
I also can't feel my fingers.
Gloves.
Yeah, I know. I need to have gloves on. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
It's a lot nicer.
How many more loads you got? A couple more? How many can you do in a day? Or how many you trying? You just doing 1 or 2 a day and calling it? Yeah.
Just do one for now.
Just do 1 a day. And
Maybe do 2 this week before the holidays.
then call it.
Huh?
And then call it after that.
Yep.
This stuff's like the price of gold. You know that?
Oh, probably.
It's probably worth more than gold.
Holy. I'm just going to take this load home with
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
This is my bonus.
Right, we better seal this. We better seal this load up.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of rocks.
Yeah, I know. So expensive, this stuff. Ridiculous. Tractor alert. It's kind of like squirrel.
Yeah.
I mean, we're done, or he quit? Rickles a quit.
I think that's done.
Does that mean we're gonna get a green light? Oh, we got a green light.
Ah.
You're good. Okay, let me
like
get
it.
down. So then this is it for the day? Probably. Because Frankel's has already been here, and Jared's already been here.
Yeah. Oh, we get 3 loads in now.
Yeah, 3 loads a day.
Yeah.
But that still gives us some trucks so we can clean seed at home too. So that still works good. All right.
All the trucks are in use.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, thanks Rickles.
Yes.
Have a good one. Safe
You
trip.
too.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Adios amigos.